This story is sponsored by Little River Medical Center. Well, today we are talking about stress, and I'm joined by Lindsay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Talk to me a little bit about what you do here at Little River Medical Center.
Sure. I am a behavioral health counselor. I work in a primary care setting. We utilize the integrated approach, the integrated model of care, and I get to see so many patients I otherwise wouldn't be able to see.
Love that. So when we're talking about stress, I feel like a lot of people hear that word and we think, oh, well, I'm always going to be stressed. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, you come in.
Well, that's why I have a job.
Yes, exactly.
For most of us, we are always going to live with stress. If we're married, if we have kids, if we have a job, yeah, there is some level of stress. But there are different things we can do to minimize the impacts on our emotions, our physical health, and our overall quality of life.
Well, let's first talk about some of the warning signs that we should be looking out for if we are getting a little too stressed.
Difficulty maintaining relationships, you're cranky, you're irritable, you're not sleeping, you're not eating well, just that overall feeling of unwell.
Yeah, things just don't feel the same.
No, things just kind of take over in a negative way.
All right, so what can you do about it if you start to feel that way?
The first thing you should do is acknowledge that stress. What can I do to minimize this source of stress or make it go away completely? And if that is not at all possible, then that's where coping skills, that breathing techniques, calming techniques, grounding skills, mindfulness, exercise, paying attention to your lifestyle choices, all of that plays a part.
We all don't want to think about the fact that if we were to exercise a little more, sleep more, eat a little better, that we probably would feel a little better.
Absolutely, but let me ask you, in this crazy, busy life we all lead at this point, how easy is it to do all of those things every day?
For me, I'm going to be honest, it's extremely difficult. And I almost feel sometimes that it's too difficult. And I don't know if other people feel that way.
I'm sure we all feel that way. I feel that way. Yeah, so if we can just find one thing to slowly change, you may not be able to work out for an hour every day, but if you spend 15 minutes walking while listening to your favorite music or an audiobook, that's some self-care and exercise right there.
All right, let's talk about this. Obviously, with what you do, you are an advocate for people seeking counseling. But for somebody that has never gotten mental health counseling before, that can kind of be a big jump for them to make.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody who is considering it but not quite sure if they're ready yet?
That's a really good question. It is not what you see on Frasier.
That's a good point.
And it's okay if you come to a session, meet a therapist, and decide it's not for you, meaning you're not clicking with a therapist. This is an intimate relationship. You have to jive, you have to vibe well. And if a clinician is worth their salt, they're not going to be offended. So come in, meet someone, see how you feel, test the waters. If it doesn't work out, try someone else. But I'm willing to bet after 20 minutes, you're gonna forget how uncomfortable and nervous you are.
If somebody is kind of interested in taking that leap, what does that look like here at Little River?
So you can call and make an appointment. We do accept self-referrals, but I'm gonna let you know we are going to advocate for you to establish care with a medical provider, simply because we think it is incredibly important to bring all of the things together. So to bring all of the things together, your physical health and how we can help you achieve those goals, such as reducing your blood pressure or improving the diabetic symptoms you're experiencing, things like that, because it all plays a part in one another.